Hello class, this is Mrs. Sunaina Priya Das. Today's chapter is sexual reproduction in flowering plants and this is the continuation of the previous video. Today's topics under post fertilization events are development of seeds from ovule and development of fruit from ovary. Now first we will study about seed. Seed is a fertilized ovule which is the final product of the sexual reproduction. It consists of the following parts: seed coat. It may be one seed coat or more than that, 1 or 2 in number, having an opening called micropyle. Outer integument form outer seed coat, that is testa, and inner integuments form inner seed coat, that is tegmen. Cotyledons may be 1 or 2 in number and rich in reserve food material, and third part is the embryonal axis. Now here I have drawn two structures of seeds, the bean seed and the onion. You can see here in bean you can see a seed coat is there, cotyledons, micropyle, and in onion you can see here seed coat, cotyledon, shoot, apical meristem, hypocotyle root axis, root tip, and endosperm. Okay. Now basically there are two types of seeds. First is the non-albuminous and the other one is albuminous. Now non-albuminous is a seed with no residual endosperm, like pea, groundnut. And the albuminous with residual endosperm, that is wheat, maize. Now sometimes in the seed nucellus may persist. You have seen the structure of an embryo sac and you have studied the structure of ovule, the megasporangium, and you have seen the nucellus part. So sometime that nucellus may persist and this is called perisperm. Example is black pepper. Now with maturity, water content of seed decreases and finally enters a state of inactivity, which is called dormancy. Now next we will be studying about the advantages of seeds. Now what are the advantages? Seeds possess, the first is seed possess better adaptive strategy for dispersal to form a new colony. Second advantage is the reserve food of seeds support the growth of seedling till they become nutritionally independent. Next is the hard seed coats, that is I have already told you, testa and tegmen, provide protection against injury. Other advantages, they provide genetic recombination and variation as they are the product of sexual reproduction. Next advantage is seeds are stored to be consumed throughout the year to overcome drought and natural calamities. And the other advantage is depending upon the mobility of seeds, they are used to raise crop in favorable season. They may be consumed depending upon the favorable season, so they can be preserved. Now next we will be studying about fruit. Now what is fruit? The ovary matures to form fruit. And the ovarian wall develops into the wall of fruit, which is called perica. Fruits can be fleshy, example orange, mango, etc. or it may be dry, example is mustard and groundnut. Now there are two types of fruits: true fruit and false fruit. Now what is true fruit? True fruit develops from ovary. Example is pea, wheat and maize. And the false fruits are the fruits that develops from ovary and the thalamus or other part of flower. Example is apple, strawberry. Now next type of fruit we will be studying is the parthenocarpic fruit. Now what is parthenocarpic fruit? These fruits are developed without fertilization. Fruits that develop or formed without fertilization are called parthenocarpic fruits. These do not have seeds. Example is banana. Parthenocarpy can also be induced artificially by growth hormones. So that's all for today's video, children. You have to study. You have to make notes out of it. Revise the work which I have given you. That is development of seeds from ovule and development of fruit from ovary. Stay at home. Stay healthy. God bless you. Goodbye.